Hello, everybody. My name's Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from Gold Squadron Flight Club. Today, we're looking at unloved pilots and ships from the Rebellion and the Empire. Each of the players were assigned a faction and a ship that they had to spend at least 75 points on in their squad. This could be one ship or multiple ships, but they had to do 75 points. On the left, Kevin was given the K-Wing in the Rebel Alliance. On the right, Rogelio Hernandez was given the Alpha Class Star Wing. Again, 75 points built out there. Super excited for this matchup. Remember, you can bet now, exclamation point bet, pick your player, pick your points, and have some fun with it. My co-host for this round is
Kyle Jackson.
That's right, Kyle Jackson out of Texas. Super excited to be here. Kyle, go ahead and break down these squads for me, starting with Kevin.
All right, so on the left with the Rebellion, we have Kevin. He is flying 2 Warden Squadron pilots. Those are the generic K-Wings. We have advanced proton torpedoes, barrage rockets, and proton bombs. And then he brought the modified YT-1300 with Lando, flying a 9-nub crew, and Sabine Wren. Over on the other side, we have the Empire gunboats. There are 2 of them. He brought both of the named ones. Lieutenant Karsabi with the plasma torpedoes, fire control system, advanced slam, and the XG-1 assault configuration. For those of you that don't know, that adds the cannon slot and allows you to perform cannon attacks while you are disarmed. For that cannon slot, he went ahead and filled it in with an ion cannon. The other gunboat is Major Vendor with the proton torpedoes, fire control system, advanced slam, and the OS-1 arsenal loadout, which gave him an extra missile and protons torpedo slot, which he filled with advanced proton torpedoes. Rounding out that list is the new, cheaper Colonel Vessery.
That's right. You got space for a defender? Do it. Throw it in. Yeah, so Kyle, if you were at home right now and you were betting, I guess technically you are at home, but if you had some stakes in this match, who do you think has the advantage here?
I gotta give love to the gunboats. Love gunboats, love defenders.
Fair.
I think that's who's gonna pull it out.
Yeah, I'm definitely in that boat right now. It just really comes down to whether or not Rogelio can get those torpedoes off. One of the things that I'm curious to see how this plays out in this game. This is the Battle of the Slam. Both of these ships have slam, and Kevin has weapons that do not require target locks. I mean, he has the advanced proton torpedoes, but he also brought the barrage rockets. He has the side guns. You see right now the turrets are left and right on both of the K-Wings. Lando, of course, can give target locks after the Wardens have moved using his ability action, which can set up some really nasty advanced proton torpedoes. Rogelio has to play, I think, a little bit more cagey and just try to land in a spot where he can come into range 3, have the locks, and hopefully get good rolls on those proton torpedoes. Because one of the things is that he has no way to get focus. One of these K-Wings can have target lock focus on one of those first shots if he wants to. So curious to see how it goes. In the chat right now, I see people betting right now, but who do you think is going to win? Give your arguments in the chat. I always really like to see the meaningful discussion. It always helps players learn different perspectives because maybe there's something that we're not seeing here. But while we're waiting for that, I want to remind people of a couple of different things that are going on here at Gold Squadron and X-Wing in the world. If you hadn't heard, Gold Squadron and Fly Better, we're partnering up for the Galactic Championship Series. Super excited. It's a series of 5 qualifying events culminating with an overall championship event. You can check that out at goldsquadronpodcast.com. There are physical prizes that are shipped out for participation. There's top 32, I believe it is, prizes for these awesome pins that we're getting made, and hopefully by the end of today I can show up the preview. I haven't had time to do that. I've been busy with a couple other background things, but we got a lot of things going on here at Gold Squadron. I know a lot of people are stuck at home. There's not a lot going on, and the goal here for Gold Squadron is always to make sure that we're building community, that people have ways to have fun, and one of the things we're doing that. One of the ways that we're doing that is having these online events. One of the questions I get a lot, Kyle, is people ask me, Dion, why do you hate Vassal? Let me tell you this. I don't have the details yet, but people ask me the two most common questions. Why does the event have to cost money? And why do you hate Vassal? So it's in the works right now. There is coming up soon a Gold Squadron run event that is on Vassal and is 100% free. All right, that you can participate in. Now, am I going to be shipping prizes around the world for that? No. Why? Because it's free. I don't want to. That's not realistic. It's not realistic. I'm sorry. Okay, we can have 200 people in it, and maybe I'll put up money for a trophy or something like that, and we'll do giveaways during the streams or something like that. But we know that there are definitely people who either for whatever reason, and it's fine, can't do TTS. Listen, I'm gonna take care of you. We're gonna do something for you guys here fairly in the future. If you're a fan of Vassal, we'll have that, and that's not part of the Galactic Championship Series, but it is something that is going to be still going to be pretty sweet, and I have some fun things planned for that as well. Some exciting little twists.
That should be fun too. It gives a chance for those that like Vassal more to play, and also, COVID's been affecting everybody, so maybe they just don't have the money to put in for a tournament. So
exactly,
it gives them a chance to play and still have some fun.
Absolutely. Speaking of Space Jam prizes, if you were waiting on prizes and if you haven't received anything yet, there is a form up on our Discord still. It's at the very top thing, top left. I'll fill that out if you haven't filled it out. There's a bunch of them that I went through yesterday. I shipped out a bunch of boxes, packed up, ready to go. I ordered t-shirts for people that were missing it. I ordered some stream prizes that were missing. I repacked jam tokens, all kinds of stuff that I took care of yesterday, and I'm still working through those. And as I work through them, I'm sending people emails who have reported that they haven't gotten stuff. So if you haven't gotten an email and you received and you filled out the form, that means I haven't got to yours yet. Be on the lookout for the next couple days, though. I'm hoping to get all the way through that by the end of the day. But here we go. Looks like Kevin is going towards. Is he going to split up these K-Wings, you think? Or is he going to keep them together? What do you think?
It looks like he's going to split them up. The red one looks to be going right around that gas cloud. I think he's going to split them up, try to come at him from two different directions. These gunboats need to be careful, though, because if he gets those proton bombs off, then Sabine could jam off any locks they possibly get and then render their torpedoes useless.
Yep. Can you go ahead and remind us what that does? Like, what does Sabine do?
Sabine ran one you don't see a whole lot, or at least I don't. The card starts off with an ion, a jam, a stress, and a tractor token on that card. If a ship suffers the effect of a friendly bomb, then you take one of the tokens off of Sabine and place it on that ship. So he could detonate a bomb, hit one of these gunboats, and then give them that jam token and jam off a lock, or tractor them or ionize them, just all kinds of nasty effects.
Yeah, it could be pretty cheeky. I've seen some fun uses of it. It had some popularity early in second edition, but when the K-Wings they jumped up in price because people just started spamming 4 of them, that's when you saw Sabine started to be used. But right now, it looks like we might have our first engagement here.
It looks like it. Vendor will definitely have a shot on this K-Wing.
Yep, Vendor's taking a target lock. Now that's definitely going to be obstructed through the cloud, so I mean that's the best case scenario for the Warden. Obstructed through a cloud with a focus. It's not going to do too much damage, and I don't know. Vendor might have a follow-up shot.
Yeah. With that turret pointed sideways, yeah. That yellow Warden will not have a shot this round with the turret pointed sideways.
Now, one thing that's important to think of when you're thinking about the strategy for these ships, remember, slam cannot be a coordinated action. Slam can only happen during the perform action step. So Lando could not use his ability to give a K-Wing a slam to get out of dodge.
Correct.
All right, so he's going to give the Red Warden, a target lock using Lando's ability.
Ooh. I don't think... Yeah. He's only going to have a shot on Vendor. He will not have Vessery and Arc.
Well, I mean, he has a... Oh, you're right. He did take the target lock on Vessery. He doesn't have proton torpedoes. He has advanced proton torpedoes. But, I mean,
yes.
he has... You
know, he set it up for a future shot.
He's also got
He
barrage
does have the
rockets.
barrage rockets.
Yeah.
If you could get damage into that defender early, that's big. That is a whole heap of points sitting right there.
All right, this is an obstructed shot. All right.
In the box.
All right, so one hit. Has the Vessery ability to do the... Yep, there it is. So if you're not familiar with Vessery's ability, it says while you perform an attack against a locked ship, which the gunboat does have it locked, you may acquire a target lock on the defender. So he's able to reroll there. Got 2 hits, and now 1 evade for the K-Wing. The obstruction not happening.
No, that is unobstructed.
It only happens on blanks.
And he is going to take that 1 hit. Chose not to spin the focus.
He has that fully modified shot. He wants to see if he can get something off. Here's a proton torpedo.
Hit, focus, and blanks. Go ahead and spin that target lock. There we go. 4 hits.
All right.
And change that 1 to a crit. Gas cloud for the 1. Takes hit crit.
So shields are down on that K-Wing. Now here we go. Karsabi has a follow-up shot. And the weapon of choice, I think, is going to be ion cannon here. Does he have a focus? Sure does. Spends a focus for 3. Remember, K-Wings require 2 ion tokens to be ionized. Oh, I think he... Oh, you have to spend the focus there. Otherwise, he would have been ionized.
Yeah, to avoid the ionized. You don't want to take the ion there.
Does end up getting 1 damage to the hull.
And that is 1 away from half.
Here. We got a barrage rocket shot going from the Yellow Warden to Karsabi. Let me know what happens, Kyle.
We have hit, focus, blank. Full rainbow right there. Let's see. I don't see... Is he going to spend it? Yep, he spends it for 2 hits. Evade focus. Takes 1 on Karsabi. Now we have the Red Warden.
So he's gonna have to
shooting
use
out
that
of the side arc.
Yep.
Looks like we're taking another shot at Karsabi.
I mean, focus fire. You already, shot there the first time.
Ooh, blank
Nada.
focus. Whiffs.
So that initial exchange definitely going towards Rogelio. I know in the opening we did think that Rogelio might have the advantage. Was able to get off quite a bit of ordnance there. You got Vessery able to use his ability in order to improve the roll. Vinder was able to get off a full string of proton torpedo hits, and then Karsabi forcing the focus expenditure, which made the Red Warden shot be a limp noodle.
Yeah, burning off that focus was big.
Looks like in the chat, B52 Benner is getting pumped for their match against Batteries. Should be a good match. It's our ace matchup today. Should be fun.
That'll be a fun one to watch.
So if anybody here wants to become a part of the Gold Squadron Flight Club, it is absolutely free. One of the fun things that we do here for the community. Every week, every Saturday, we make 3 feature matches using different builds, different goals of just trying to explore X-Wing in a different way. Sometimes we just do straight extended or hyperspace, just depending on what floats my boat that week. If you want to join, !Flight Club. Super easy. That's in the Twitch chat. If you're watching in the future on YouTube, you can just bounce over to Twitch, type !Flight Club in the chat, and you can get it. And if Nick, our awesome producer, remembers, he'll put the link in the description down below.
I highly recommend joining. It's super fun.
Yellow Warden.
Looks like we have dials set. That Red Warden's turning around that gas cloud. Let's see where this one goes. Okay, he's turning to the right. Did a right 3 bank. Both of those turrets pointed sideways. Looks like he's trying to catch Karsabi.
Somebody in the chat asking if Flight Club will be postponed while Galaxies is running. Yes and no. I mean, so, for instance, on the 22nd, is the first of the Galaxies, and then we have a weekend in between. On the weekend in between, we'll have Flight Club. So every in between one we'll have Flight Club. You basically get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, already every Saturday you guys are getting getting some Gold Squadron X-Wing action, but we have this stretch where we're going to be basically flip-flopping between a whole tournament weekend and Flight Club. It's going to be a lot of X-Wing, lots of fun. It's going to be great. Might take a little break after all of that, but my plan right now is to keep the good times rolling.
So we have everything. He is bearing down to that yellow Warden. He is determined to take it off this turn.
Well, yeah, I mean, with the positioning of the Red Warden, there was no way he could continue to get shots on him. So looking at the yellow is the best opportunity to actually do damage with all the ships.
True. And with his higher initiative, the only thing that he has to worry about is Lando getting to shoot first. So there's a good chance that he could wipe that yellow warden off the board before it ever shoots. Just initiative kill it.
Sure does. And if the warden lives, it's a good
You are
spot
going
for
to
a
take that
proton
one
torpedo.
nasty shot. Oh, absolutely. You are going to get that one nasty shot out of that red warden, though.
Maybe.
Range 1 into Vestry, probably into Vendor as well.
Maybe. It depends. It depends on if the yellow warden actually lives. But let's find out. Looks like Lando is taking a target lock on Vendor. I would have liked to see Lando go in between those two obstacles. I think he's going to be a little bit out of the fight.
He's a little far out there. It's going to be... It's going to take him a turn or two to get back in there.
Yep. 2 hits, spending the lock, and got 3. Vendor's going to be rolling 4 dice. Oh, all right. He's actually going to get some damage here.
Okay, yeah, he's going to get 1 through. Change 1 to an evade with that gas cloud. But gets 1.
Shield down on Vendor. I wasn't anticipating any damage happening there. All right, Vessery
generally,
starts
no,
first.
range 3 through a cloud, that's just a pot shot.
All right, we got a range.
It always feels bad when you roll that many greens and get up with that many blanks.
Yeah.
Let's see, we have a hit, crit, and 2 blanks. This is Vessery going into the yellow warden. Uses Vessery's ability, gets that target lock. Go ahead and reroll. Another crit there. Spins the focus.
Taking it all.
That is, woof. Gave him the whole 9 yards. 2 hits, 2 crits. So we got 3 going into shields, and then the crit is a loose stabilizer.
All right, Major Vendor's up. Does have an advanced proton torpedo.
And he's going to use it.
Advanced proton torpedo, 5 dice. No focus modifiers here.
Oof. 2 hits.
That's an average roll. That's an average roll. You know, you have a focus. This
has the target lock.
Yeah, he's got the lock out there. Expecting to get 1 to 2 more. There it is.
He gets him. 3 hits and a crit. Turns another one to another crit. Oof, 2 hits, 2 crits.
That warden could die.
And it will. Is that a direct or is that a fuel leak? That's a direct, yep.
Oh, he's gone.
That warden is done.
Destroyed. Yeah, if that warden had lived through this barrage of shots, he would have definitely probably been able to take Vendor off the board this turn or get really close. But losing that K-Wing super early, oh, that hurts. That hurts. Incoming gunboat
Rogelio
meta,
did
question
just what he
mark?
wanted to do. That was exactly what Rogelio wanted to do. Go ahead and get one of those off early. And especially that one, too, because he probably would have dropped a proton bomb.
Oh, yeah.
And then all the gunboats and Vessery had been flying right at it.
And here was Karsabi firing an ion cannon.
And now he can just fly away.
Now, this is rough right now for Kevin. He's lost a lot of damage in this initial joust.
He needs to get Lando back in this fight.
All right, so he had a lock on Vestry, but he's going to take the shot into Vinder. I think this is the correct choice. It's your most likely, more likely to actually do damage there. You have a focus modifier. Let's see what he gets.
One of each. Hit blank. Focus. Spins it. 2.
Might be able to get the rest of those shields off, and does.
And he does. Shields down on Vinder. Still not quite half.
Yeah, these gunboats can be pretty squishy. What I want to see here in this upcoming round is if the players plan on utilizing Slam. I think this is a great turn for Kevin. I would definitely drop a proton torpedo, a proton bomb here, just in case Rogelio decides to get cute and start chasing here. If you take, for instance, Vinder and try to do something like a 3 hard, that's right on a proton torpedo. Sorry, I keep saying torpedo. Proton bomb. It might not yield anything, but you got to do it just in case he gets aggressive there, because you know that Lando is coming up from the bottom of the board. Lando's not turning right; he's going to the left. And if the gunboats decide to take the shortest path, that could be bad news.
Yeah, and using that proton bomb right here, even if you're not planning on getting damaged, it still serves another key purpose of just denying this entire area of the board right behind that K-wing. And if you can force Rogelio to take his ships away from that area, it just protects your backside.
A shout out to the 114 people who are watching today. Super excited to be here. Flight Club has been a huge success. I want to thank you guys. I know people have been wondering about, Twitch partnership and all that. We get to apply again tomorrow. So I'll be applying again tomorrow, and their statement was as long as they continue to see growth, and they basically were calling out Monday night podcast. So if you guys can tune in, we've been trying to make it just a little bit earlier to hold on to more of our audience. I know our European friends get sleepy, so we're trying to start it a little bit earlier. We started last week at 9, which seemed great, and we're going to see if we can start it at 8:30 p.m. to just get more of you guys hanging out, be a part of the conversation. It's always super fun. And if we can get that Twitch partnership, you know what we get? Kyle, do you know what we get?
We get custom emotes?
More emote slots. We get more. That's all I want.
More.
That's all I want. I just want more slots.
Do it for the emotes. Do we have a topic for Monday? Can we get a little sneak peek preview?
Oh, a sneak peek preview. Well, so we had a lot of content dropped on us, right? During the last cast, my gosh, I live my days so day to day. I have it written down. You're making me open my notes. Hold on, give me a second. It's already planned. I just got to open and see what I chose. Let's see. Okay, so last week we talked about the roadmap to 2020 Galactic Championship event. We're going to start taking a look at the new factions, the new ships that are coming out the soonest, and seeing how they might affect the upcoming Galactic Championship meta, because at least one of the waves will end up being legal at some point.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Looking forward to that.
Looking for some combo wombos.
There we go. Just we talked about. There comes those slams from that K-wing. Surprised he didn't drop that proton bomb. Probably just expecting Rogelio to just disengage for a turn and come back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Man.
Looks like Vendor might be going after Lando. Yep, there's the target lock.
That would have been range 1 of a proton bomb.
It absolutely would have been. That would have been perfect. Range 1 of a proton bomb. Use Sabine to jam the lock off.
Uh-huh.
K turn from Vessery.
Yeah, that's one of those spots where bomb usage, it's most of the time players forget about the opposing player will forget that bombs are there. But it's more about the preventative and the threat than guaranteeing getting them off. You have to use them as a threat, because if, let's say, that crit would have gone through, because Vendor does have shields down, and that crit would have stuck with the proton bomb, you now have Rogelio having to be a little more cautious, because you realize, oh, I had forgotten about that bomb, and it can change the way a player perceives the table. So that's just another way to look at the tools that you have in your arsenal when you're bringing a squad.
I can't tell you how many times I've made bad moves or changed dials just because I remember, oh, that ship has a bomb, and what if he drops it? And I try to make some crazy maneuver to get away from it, and then he never drops it in the first place, and I'm stuck off in no man's land. But just the pure threat of it was enough to change what I was doing.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Just one.
Just one. Should be fine. Got it.
Safe.
Got the squiggle.
Remember that Vendor did get the additional defense dice because he has the disarm token. It's part of his ability. And here is the next proton torpedo into Lando.
There we go.
Oh,
Oof.
Vendor!
That
Vendor,
feels
why?
bad.
Why your proton so bad? She's sad. She's so sad. But
Ouch.
actually still gets
that hurts when you spend that many points. Still gets the one.
Yep.
When you spend 13 points on a proton torpedo and see that, that'll hit you right in the feels.
Now Vessery. And hit crit.
Hit crit into the Warden.
The stabilizers are loose.
Oh, that is one loose stabilizer.
You got to go straight. That really hurts for next turn. Essentially forces him into a one straight.
R2, see if you can lock it down.
Karsabi, ion cannon. Takes a hit in an ion.
Just one. Needs two more to ionize him.
We got 40 minutes left in the round. Want to remind you guys, you can use that Twitch Prime every 30 days. Super easy and free way to support Gold Squadron Podcast. If you don't know what we're talking about, / Prime. If you got Amazon Prime, you literally can give us some of Jeff Bezos' money for free. It's free. It's crazy. I don't understand, but whatever.
Just redid mine today.
Whoop, whoop.
Free.
It is truly the only free money I've discovered ever. It's like, wait, what? When somebody told me about it, by the way, shout out. Every time I think about it, it's Tyler Tippett. If you guys know who that is, Starslinger 72. He was the one who said, Dion, do you know that this exists? And I was like, wait, what are you talking about? He goes, yeah.
Yeah, I learned about it watching GSP. It's like, what is this? Went and found it. Free. Use that money towards Patreon. Which, if y'all haven't seen it, look in the Discord. The new Patreon gifts just got posted.
Ah, yes.
And they are cool.
Look at that, Kyle. I promise you, I did not feed Kyle that line. That was all Kyle on his own. Yes, the new stuff, I'm pretty pumped about it. It looks really, really good.
There is a K-Wing on fire in the background of one of these cards. And there's a K-Wing on fire right in front of us. Coincidence.
Yeah, maybe, you know what? I hadn't even thought to bring up. I'll show off the upcoming Patreon stuff. I am pretty proud of some of the stuff that we got coming up. Not that I'm not proud of stuff we had before, but I think this upcoming set just looks really, really good.
I'm excited for the Lego helmet.
Ah, yes, the Lego helmet does look really sweet.
That is awesome.
Bam. All right, looks like they should be set to go. Super S18, thank you so much.
That Red Warden using the Rebel tactic, 1 forward to victory.
It's kind of forced into it.
Yeah.
Like, fine, I'll 1 forward to victory.
I guess. Karsabi doing a 1 left bank.
Oh, yeah.
Lando not really worried about his stress. With 9-nub really open that dial up. There's not much that isn't blue for him. But if he did anything left, he's probably blocked by Karsabi. So he would need to go straight.
All right.
Or take the bump.
By the way, if you guys didn't catch that, they took the target lock off of the Red Warden. I was in the background researching it as well. Vessery was not able to reacquire the target lock from having his own target lock on there. That is something that the Vessery from first edition could do, where it was recycling its own target locks. I think it was worded a little bit differently as well. But just a heads up.
Karsabi slams. Takes the disarm. Vendor taking the 2 left bank, clearing off that stress.
What is he going to do? Might be slamming. But what direction would he go? What he's trying to do, he's trying to make sure that he has an arc still on Lando. The hard 2 to the left might fit with the slam.
It's tough to. I think it would fit. It's tough to see.
Actually, he's just going to go ahead and reload instead of
Okay.
slam. Get another proton torpedo charge back.
Maybe we'll have
turn.
better luck with this one. Vessery chases down the Warden. Taking that 3 hard left. And he did get the bump with Karsabi.
And looks like Lando's going to fire range 2 into Vinder. Some lucky crits could clear it off the board. No defensive modifiers, but +1 agility for Vinder because of the ability. Got 2.
You got 1 evade.
That's half point. That's some points on the board for Kevin. Not getting tabled. And after the reload, Vinder is able to still fire that proton torpedo because of the configuration ability. You can only reroll
Anybody that
1.
doesn't know, the OS1 loadout lets him shoot torpedoes or missiles while he has exactly 1 disarm. So if he has 2, he's not shooting. But as long as he has 1, he's good to go. So that's how he can still shoot that proton torpedo.
That's right. All shields down, by the way, on Lando after that shot.
Hit to focus. Spends the target lock. 2 hits going into that Warden.
Only has
Needs
2 left.
It. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Needed it to live. That Warden will have a shot back at Vessery.
For now.
It's not a good shot. Vessery has the evade from that ship's full throttle ability. Range 2.
Vessery does have an evade here. Hoping to get something through.
Ouch.
Nothing.
My kingdom for a focus.
I see some Imperial patrols flying across our screen. Thank you, Catherine, for summoning the Empire. By the way, anybody can do that as long as you got enough points for it. There's 1 for every faction. There's a couple of other doodads in there. I have some on my to-do list. Just things got really, really busy and haven't had time to do much animation, but soon. See somebody trying to trigger the defender. The defender is in there. Exclamation point redeem. You put a space and write defender. It is in there.
There goes that defender.
Somebody in the chat says, "I love how the defender does a classic K turn." How could I not have animated it to do a K turn? I think it would have been. There would have been an uproar. Why is this defender not K turning?
there would have been riots in the streets.
That's right. Can you animate
30
a
minutes
K-wing
left.
a K-wing exploding? I mean, yeah, that's gonna take more time because you gotta like take the ship and take. I mean, I guess I could do just. I mean, I could do an easy explosion, cheater explosion. Just make the explosion cover up the parts and just take away the thing. Yeah, I mean, this is a really tough spot because we're gonna end up with Kevin essentially having just Lando left and not having Vessery taking any damage. Vessery versus Lando. Vessery can definitely trade punches with the Falcon because of the focus evade every turn. A single agility on Lando is going to make it so that it's really tough. One thing I'd like to see here, again, the proton bomb is something that we haven't seen Kevin use yet in this matchup. Oh, by the way, the loose stabilizer is gone on red. This would be it. This would be the turn to do it. Then you maybe get some Sabine action. What would be Kevin, Kyle? What do you think would be the most useful token to Sabine onto Vessery this turn? Would it be a tractor?
Possibly. The tractor would be interesting. You boost him or barrel roll him. Ooh. If you really wanted to try to get some damage, if you were going to have a good shot, you could potentially jam off the evade token.
True.
Ionize him, force him to go one straight, deny him the evade for the next turn.
Truth. And that ion would have even more value if he ends up facing a board edge. You can just might
Just
be able to just
fly
walk
him right off the board.
Yep. I'm
I think
predicting
the
a K
ion
turn
token
though.
would be the call.
That's why I didn't think ion because I'm thinking that the defender probably does a K turn.
True. I know someone in the chat was asking if there's a list of all the things we can redeem our points for.
I thought you. What happened to the list that I had? I will research.
Is it exclamation point loyalty?
That's what it was. Is it not popping up? That's what I thought it was. I see it's not popping up. I'll try to go find out why. Poking around.
K-Wing doing a slam.
Found it. You know why it wasn't working, Kyle? It was turned off. Turn it off, turn it back on again. It works.
F-O. There we go. There's my silencer.
Now, Karsabi is going to slam. Does bump.
Bumped into Vendor.
And Vinder was able to hop over. Does another reload.
Does another reload. Gets another proton torpedo back. Vessery doing the one left bank.
Oh, nice. Okay. So the proton bomb here probably wouldn't have done anything because he could use the action for a barrel roll to get away. But what it would have done was make it so that he had to barrel roll and would not have had a modifier on this attack.
True. It would have denied him that target lock. Lando doing a 2 hard left. Gave him arc on everything.
Taking a target lock with Vinder. Onto Vinder from Lando.
Looks like he's taking a target lock. Yep. Target lock and Vinder. Who will still get 3 agility with his ability. Spin that target lock for 2 hits.
And is one of them getting through?
Taking another one.
Viscery only taking 1 on that attack. Let me go ahead and reduce the hull damage. Will she live? Ooh, big hit there.
Hit, crit.
Guaranteed gone.
Taking the whole 9 yards. No shot from Karsabi.
All right, so Lando versus the world here. Now
he's got his work cut out for him.
He does. With only 1 agility, this is going to be tough, especially with the fact that Rogelio was able to keep all 3 ships alive. That puts him in a tough bind for sure. One of the things I would do if I am Kevin, you want to try to get out of this game with as many points as possible. Obviously, this is not a tournament. This is just a scrimmage match. But you want to try to consolidate points as much as you can if you're practicing as if it was a tournament. Get as many ships off the table as you can. Vinder has only 2 hull. You need to make sure you get Vinder off the board, or take a shot that you think you could get 3 damage through onto Karsabi, for instance, and try to get half points there, as that's going to yield you almost as many points as you would get from Vinder. Not quite as many, but almost.
But the other half of Vinder is still going to be worth more.
Yes, absolutely.
That's one of those things you gotta. I mean, yeah, like you said, this isn't a tournament, but it's one of those things to always keep in mind: is who's worth more, what's the better shot to take.
Yep. Now, one thing we do have to remember about Lando, he can do 2 actions a turn. So, he has an opportunity to do something like, a 1 bank focused target lock and be able to line up that shot and maybe do the initial kill onto Vinder. That's what I would be looking to do right now. You're going to get that defender doing a K turn. You can't get too cute with the actions. You really got to try to clear something off the board. That's going to give you more value than trying to avoid 1 shot. Because by taking a ship off the board, you're taking away your total number of shots coming in overall.
And if I'm Rogelio, I'm thinking, how can I protect Vinder here? So if you anticipate something like Lando doing a 1 left bank, you could hard turn slam, get in that back arc. Try to just avoid those side arcs at all cost. Of course, Lando could always rotate the arc, but if he does, at the same time, that's going to deny any additional modifications, focus, target lock, etc. There he goes, doing a 2 left. What does he do here?
All right. And there's a K-turn. No doubt about it. Here, quick trick here. If you're not aware, let's see. I can get my hand visible. So you know that these objects are range 2 from the edge, right? Your obstacles. So a range 2 is 5 small banks length. So if your ship is slightly behind the ship, which he was back here, he was able to do the K-turn and knew that it was going to hit, was going to land on there no matter what.
That is a good tip. I'm going to keep that in mind the next time I'm on a board.
Mm-hmm. Works all day, every day. Now, on an in-person board, warning, warning, if you don't tape your obstacles while you play, those things do shift sometimes, and you could be in for a sad day. So watch out for that.
But Dion said this would fit.
That's right. He lied to me. No, you played yourself, son.
Lando taking that. Was that range 1? It has to be.
Yes, it is range 1.
Range 1 into vendor.
Get it.
4 dice. Let's see. Had the target lock. Just went ahead and spent the focus for hit, crit. This could do it.
And what's in the box? Gone.
That'll do it. Vendor needed 2 squiggles to live.
So no advanced proton torpedo coming in from Vinder because he was cleared off the board. Or sure, excuse me, she was cleared off the board. Lando is breathing easy now. Only 2 shots coming in. This one is obstructed.
Range 3. So he will get 3 green dice.
All right, 2 hits going in from Lando. Range 3 through the rock.
2 hits coming in from Vessery.
Taking them both.
Ouch.
That is officially half points on Lando as well.
If he can get 3 more into Karsabi, he could pick up another 28 points still.
Yeah, right now he's a total of 93 points behind. So looking at the board, how do you get 93 points from Rogelio? The only way that's going to happen is if you get all of Karsabi, half of Vessery. Would that even do it? I don't think so. 41. That'd give you 90. No, yes, that would do it. So either all of Karsabi, half of Vessery, or all of Vessery, half of Karsabi. Either one will do it.
That's a tall order. Those defenders do not like to die. Going left, clearing the stress.
Mm-hmm. That might clip the cloud. That'd actually be really interesting. If it does, Lando could have an opportunity to get some good damage in here. if he does a slam.
Looks like he is going to do the slam.
Take the target lock.
Oh, he's just taking a target lock.
Yep. Switched it up. Vessery getting aggressive here with a 5 straight.
Zooming in. Get that free evade from full throttle. Taking the focus.
Oh no, Lando! You
Taking the cloud. You were the chosen one.
Taking a strain here is bad news bears. Got a range 1 shot coming in from Vessery.
This could spell disaster. Oh, I don't know if you saw the cloud.
You did. All right. Nothing there.
Not take. Using his ability to still get that action.
Might have been tempted to boost off of the cloud, but I think that may have brought him too far towards the corner and would have flown off the board the following turn.
Yeah, that would have made me really nervous.
So Lando did take a target lock using the ability. Ooh, all right, good natural roll. Trying to make it a full string after the lock, and does.
There he goes. Hit, crit. All the crits. Who needs mods?
And the 3 crits.
Taking 3 crits. So that's going to be 2 shields and a crit. That's half points on Karsabi. And
it is a fuel leak.
He better not take any more.
Oh, Vessery whiffs. Vessery does have a target lock, though. Using Vessery's ability because Karsabi did take a lock out there.
Yeah, his ability does just say a locked ship. Doesn't say it has to be your lock.
Hit, crit. Taking hit, crit.
Hit, crit. Let's see what the crit is.
Down to 4.
Fuel leak. All the fuel leaks.
All the fuel.
There is just gas spraying out everywhere.
Want to remind everybody who's watching, we got 2 more games happening after this. Shout out to everybody who participates in Flight Club, by the way. Super fun. Not possible without all y'all. Who is the other commentator? We have some new people who walked in. Who are you, Kyle?
So a little about me. My name's Kyle. I am from North Texas. Active duty Air Force. Started playing X-Wing back in October. Had a friend get me into it. Almost immediately found GSP. And I have been hooked on it ever since. Can't get enough.
And that is the story of Kyle. Hey, Kyle, super random, but this is a quick story about my classroom. We have a drum machine in my classroom that is named Kyle. So now, every time I say, all right, guys, we're going to use Kyle, I'll think of you. So, just so you know. You're part of my life forever, Kyle.
I tell you what, one of the fighter planes here, I'm gonna cut Dion Morales out and paste it on the side where the pilot name goes.
Yes! Yes! Send me the picture.
I will send you the picture.
I'm super in. Look, Mom, I made it. You know, going back to my Air Force story, Kyle, when I told my mother about it, right, she was, her first reaction wasn't like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, honey. It was, oh, thank God. Oh, it was funny. So it'll be a fun poke. Like, hey, Mom, look at this.
I'll put that nice Initiative 6 right at the beginning of it.
All right. So we got probably 1 to 2 more turns left in this game. We're going to flip to the next game. By the way, if our upcoming players are in the chat, you guys can go ahead and join the table and just be ready to go. I'm going to get you all promoted so that when we start flipping over, you guys can get set up. We'll move on pretty quickly. In between the break, we'll show off some of those upcoming Patreon rewards that Kyle reminded me that I probably should show people because I always forget to do that. But yeah, so should be fun. Today, we are exploring some of the less used ships in the Empire and Rebellion. This round was K-Wings versus Alpha Squadron. Sorry, Alpha Squadron. Between Alpha class Star Wings. And in this matchup, the Alpha class Star Wing is taking it. Now, here's my question for you in the chat. And also for you, Kyle. If I let you pick to fly a K-Wing or a gunboat, a Star Wing, which one would you choose?
Well, like we said back at the beginning, I am a huge fan of gunboats, so you would find me right firmly seated in that cockpit, ready to go. I would be gunboats all day.
Gunboats.
K-Wings are cool. I remember the first edition Miranda.
You know what? Let's get a poll up on the screen. How about that?
There we go. Choose your unused champion.
Choose your ship. I'll make sure to... All right, there you go. That's up on the screen there. 1, if you would have flown the Star Wing, if I gave you a choice. Mind you, these players didn't get a choice. Just told them, you're flying this. Go. If you had a choice between the Star Wing and the K-Wing, which one would you fly? One thing you got to remember, this game is simply a microcosm of the, K-Wing versus Alpha class matchup. It's just something interesting. Thank you, Corey, for your sub.
Okay, Lando going straight. He's going to have a hard time getting out of this corner.
All right, firing range 1 at Karsabi, trying to clear Karsabi off the board.
3 hits.
Spend the lock.
Spinning the target lock. Oops.
Yeah, so they went ahead and fixed it. He accidentally rewrote all of it. Gonna go ahead and re-roll.
There we go. I was gonna say too many greens there. Oof. A whiff.
Karsabi gone.
Did
So
it. All right. If he can get half on Vessery.
He's working towards the win condition, little by little.
Little by little.
Vessery. 2 hits. Lando needs some squiggles now in order to have a chance in the next couple turns.
Does not get it.
Down to 2. Luckily, there was no crits in there because there is a fuel leak out there.
That would have triggered another one.
All right, Kyle, here's the plan. You ready? Here is the plan. You do a 2 hard... You're... No. You do a 1 bank. Okay? You do a 1 bank to the right. Yes, I know that Lando will fly off the board the following turn, but you make sure that this turn takes 4 minutes and change. Okay? You take the 1 bank, you target lock focus, range 1, you get all 4 shields. Hopefully you don't take any other damage, and then you win the game. That's Kevin's win condition.
That's unlikely. The plan. 1 right bank, just go for it.
Just hope. No, in all seriousness, he needs to do it 2 hard because you can't guarantee the length of the turn. So, and honestly, he'd have to rotate. There's no guarantee.
I was looking at his arc. He'd probably have to rotate if he did that 1 bank shenanigan.
Yep.
He'd have to rotate. So yeah, the 2 hard looks like probably his best bet.
And honestly, Rogelio could just run away here right now.
Oh, he absolutely could just do a 3 left and boost and just be gone.
What is the plan?
Let's see. I think you'd be better served by going for the kill. Even if you lose half on Vessery, if you can kill Lando, you still gain more than you lose, so your overall MOV would go up. Because Vessery's worth 82. Lando's 86. So you would stand to lose 41 and gain 43.
One last move here, most likely. Maybe 2.
Two minutes left. The Defender versus the Falcon.
Ooh.
Vessery's going for it. Went for the big time.
He did go for it.
There's that 2 hard.
Taking the focus and hoping. I think I would have gone. I guess target lock doesn't really matter. Same odds. Vessery. Kevin, hurry! Make sure you get another turn.
range 2.
You gotta not take damage. Here we go. 1.
Only 1.
So sad. Not gonna happen. All right.
Just roll natties. That's a valid plan.
And this could be it.
2 hits. He needs a squiggle to live. Oh, and he does have the focus.
He's got it. He's got it. Takes 1.
Just needed paint. Got it. Took 1. 1 left. 1 more turn.
Lando refusing to die. Refusing.
Had that card up his sleeve.
Does the 1 bank fit? No, I don't think it does. Ugh.
Super tight.
Oh, it's really close. Here, I'll get it lower to the board so you guys can see what it looks like. Do you think the one bank fits after looking at that, everyone? So go ahead, I'll let you take a look at it for a second. What do y'all think? You think it fits?
I think a one bank would fit.
We have everything from yeah exclamation point to absolutely not to are you kidding, Dion? Listen, this is the exciting part of this game. All right, let's find out.
Huh. Well, we know the 3 turn fits.
Focused evade for Vessery. Bumps. And that's time. And that is the game.
That's it.
All right, let's go ahead and bounce over to their channel real quick to talk them up.
There you go, yeah.
How's it going, guys? Thank you so much for playing.
Good game.
Sure. That was, boy, that was a lot bloodier, a lot quicker than I wanted it to be.
No problem, guys. Just wanted to say a quick thank you. We're gonna go ahead and reset the table, so if you guys can bounce. But thank you so much. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for playing.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Dean.
No problem. All right, everybody. We're gonna go ahead.
Was fun flying this.
We are going to go ahead and jump into the next game. Kyle, thank you so much for joining me, my friend. We will chit-chat later.
Yeah, thanks for having me on here, Dion. This was super fun. Look forward to watching the 2 games.
Sounds good.